Hello everyone, welcome to the Financial Aid 101 workshop at the High School and Community Outreach Office at Santiago Canyon College. My name is Skyler and today I will be presenting general information on financial aid. So, as you can see, financial aid is stackable money designed to help students pay for their college expenses. This pyramid demonstrates what type of financial aid students are eligible for, as long as they submit an application. As we move along, the eligibility criteria will also change. Starting from the bottom, all students will qualify for the California College Promise Grant, and this will kick in at community college level. As we move up, we see Federal Pell Grant, California Grant, A, B, or C, Student Success Completion Grant, Federal Work Study, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, Scholarship, and lastly, ending with direct loans and mom and dad. We try not to rely on parents when we have other forms of financial aid to utilize first. Who can apply for financial aid? There are two different types of financial aid applications. The first one is FAFSA. It's for U.S. citizens and permanent residents with a valid social security number. The second one is California DREAM Act for non-U.S. citizens or non-permanent residents, undocumented, DACA, or AB 540 students, also known as Dreamers, as well as those with TPS status and U visa holders. For both applications, students must graduate from high school or have a GED degree. Students must be applying to a eligible degree or certificate programs because not all institutions are qualified for this. For males between the age of 18 and 25, students must register for Selective Services. And then lastly, they have to meet and maintain the satisfactory academic progress, as students must complete a financial aid application every year that they attend college. We have three different types of financial aid. Free, including grants and scholarship. This means that students do not need to repay the money awarded to them. The second one is earned, which is work study. They can earn the money to help pay for the educational expenses. The last one is loan or borrowed monies are used to offset the cost of educational expenses and must be paid back either 6 months after completion of their degree or immediately, depends on the type of loans. The next one is scholarships. Similar to grant, students don't have to pay back their scholarship money. There are different criteria for every scholarship, but the majority of them do focus on community service, good grades, as well as high test scores. Please be aware of scams. You should never have to pay to apply for any type of scholarships. Do not fill in your social security number if they ask you to pay. On the right side of your screen, we also include some of the trustee websites that we have seen students apply in the past. The next one is middle class scholarship programs. This one provides undergraduate students, including those pursuing a teaching credentials, with family income and assets up to $184,000, a scholarship to attend a UC or a CSU. These scholarship programs only apply for students who have less than 40% of their UC or CSU fees covered by grants and scholarships. Some of the criteria to qualify for this program is the student must be enrolled at the UC or CSU campus. They must be enrolled in at least half-time. It has to be their first undergraduate programs. The income and asset of the family is either less or equal to $184,000. For students attending UC, they can get up to $5,000 award amount. For students attending a CSU, they can get up to $2,300 award amount. Important deadlines. For both FAFSA and DREAM Act, the priority deadline is March 2nd. For FAFSA, March 2nd is priority for Cal Grant as well as middle class scholarship considerations. For California DREAM Act, no consideration for state aid after the March 2nd deadline. Students are still able to submit the financial aid applications after the deadline, but they might not be considered for all type of financial aids. What you will need to get started: 2019 tax return, 2019 W-2 forms, Social Security numbers for parents and students, if applicable, permanent resident card, if applicable, parent demographic informations, such as name and date of birth, as well as date of marital status for parents. Steps to apply for financial aid. For FAFSA, you have to create an FSA ID first because the student information will be converted into the application itself. Please keep in mind that parents will also need to sign the FAFSA as well and will need to create an FSA ID if they have a Social Security number. After creating an account, you're going to log into FAFSA and complete the 2021-2022 FAFSA application. After that, you will create My Web Grant account and you will submit financial aid documents to college and university. With California Dream Act, you will start by logging to the California Dream Act website. You will create an account. You will complete the 2021-2022 California Dream Act application. After that, you can also create a My Web Grants account. Lastly, please remember to submit financial aid documents to colleges and university if they request. At the bottom of the screen, you can also see the web addresses for the websites. Selective Services. Most males between 18 and 25 must register with the Selective Services for federal and state aid. You can do it directly on the FAFSA application itself. For DREAM Act applicants, you will need to fill out paper applications or register at local post office. IRS Data Retrieval Tool. This is a very handy tool, but it can be tricky. You must make sure that you are entering your address exactly as it appears on your 2019 tax return. One thing that the IRS Data Retrieval Tool doesn't automatically link is Parent 1 and Parents 2 separate incomes. Those information can be found on the Parents W-2 forms and will need to be entered into the FAFSA applications. Parent will also need to provide their FSA ID information, which is important for parents to create your own FSA ID before starting the applications. This tool is not required. You can also fill in all the information by hand. Financial aid timeline. From October 1st and March 2nd, you will submit your FAFSA DREAM Act application as well as your Cal Grant GPA verification form. The form is typically submitted by the high school, but you can make sure that you are checking your email. If this verification is needed, you will be contacted. After that, you will receive an email right away from FAFSA with your student aid report. From February to March, for those students applying to the California Dream Act, you will receive a California aid report via your email and create your Web Grants for Student.org account. In this account, you will confirm what school that you plan to attend. Also, some private universities or colleges may require additional steps, so please follow up with them accordingly. For graduating seniors, please consider SEC. SEC has free tuition for 2 years through the SEC College Promise Scholarship. SEC was also ranked number 3 by Best College in California by bestcolleges.com. Students are also eligible to receive 2 years of priority registrations through our Early Welcome program, ensuring students get the classes that they need to complete their desired goal to obtain a degree, certificate, or transfer. Frequently asked questions for FAFSA. What do I do if I forgot my FSA ID username and password? If you have an FSA ID but do not remember your username, please select Forgot Username. A note, if you verified your email address or mobile phone number during the account creation phase, you can enter your email address or phone number instead of your username. If you have an FSA ID but do not remember your password, you can also select Forgot Password. Frequently asked question for FAFSA. Who's my parent when I fill out my FAFSA? I encourage you all to pause the video right now and read through the graphic It could be very helpful in indicating whose financial aid information you need to report on your application. If I made a mistake, can I correct my FAFSA? Yes, you can. You can add or remove colleges from your application. You can change your email or mailing address. You can also correct any field other than your social security number. To make any corrections, please click the Login button on the home page, log into FAFSA on the website, and then click Make FAFSA Correction. Frequently asked questions for California Dream Act. What should I do if I already submit a FAFSA application before learning that I should have submitted a California Dream Act application? You can go ahead and complete the California Dream Act application first, and then complete the application conversion form G55, which can be obtained on the California Student Aid Commission or CSAC website, csac.ca.gov. Next, send the original completed form along with proof of ID to CSAC and contact the financial aid office at the college you plan to attend to inform them of this error. You can also keep a copy of this form for your own record. Are temporary non-immigrant visa holders eligible to complete the California Dream Act? Unfortunately, no. Students who hold a temporary non-immigrant visa are not eligible to complete the California Dream Act application. The only exception is the U visa. How does my parent sign my application? Parent will sign your application using a self-selected PIN. The PIN is a 4-digit number that can be used each year to electronically sign your application. Parent can apply for this PIN only after the student has completed the online application. Closing remarks. Check your email. You have received a Cash for College workshop resource guide for both FAFSA and California Dream Act. You can also start your application now. Please write down any questions to ask during your scheduled virtual Q&A sessions. You can also check your email for dates. If you have any questions about the information, please don't hesitate to contact us. Our information is on the screen. Our email is outreach@sccollege.edu. Our phone number is 714-628-4808. Be sure to also follow us on Instagram for further updates and helpful guides to navigating the high school to college process. Also, help us continue to offer these free workshops by selecting SEC as one of your 10 school choices when completing your financial aid application. The Santiago Canyon College school code is 036957. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We're looking forward to seeing you. Goodbye.